Welcome to my channel Coin Wealth USA. Today's video is going to blow your mind. Get ready to explore a coin that looks so ordinary, so simple, so small, yet it holds a value that is absolutely staggering. I'm talking about the 1999 P Liberty 1 dime from the United States of America. Yes, this little 10-cent coin minted in the final year of the 20th century has a market value today of a jaw-dropping $744 million. Yes, you heard that right. This coin, once used for buying bubble gum or making phone calls, is now one of the most coveted and mysterious coins in the entire world. Stay with me as we explore the rich history, unique features, and astounding financial value of the 1999 P Liberty 1 dime. To understand the 1999 P Liberty 1 dime, we must first dive into its deep historical roots. The story of the American dime begins way back in 1796, when the first U.S. dimes were struck under the Coinage Act of 1792. Since then, the dime has evolved through many faces, metals, and designs. Fast forward to the 20th century. In 1946, after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the U.S. Mint introduced the Roosevelt dime in his honor, a design that remains largely unchanged to this very day. This move symbolized Roosevelt's immense contribution to the country, especially his support for the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. The 1999 P dime is part of this long Roosevelt series, but it holds a unique place in both history and mystery. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most prestigious mints in the United States, which has been operational since 1792 now. What makes this coin particularly special? The year 1999 marked the end of a millennium, and with that came a host of special minting conditions, experimental coin runs, and commemorative efforts. Several anomalies and rare errors occurred that year, and one of them gave rise to the legendary 1999 P Liberty 1 dime, a coin whose full story is still being uncovered. On the obverse side, you will see a bold and proud portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left. His name may not be printed on the coin, but his image is immortalized in this small yet powerful tribute. His hair, expression, and the distinctive collar are sharply detailed on well-preserved versions of this coin. Along the edges are the inscriptions, to the left of his face, just below, and the date 1999 prominently displayed to the right. Just above the date is the legendary P Mint mark, signifying the coin was struck in Philadelphia. Now, flip it over to the reverse side, and you'll witness the torch of liberty flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbols of peace, strength, and independence. Surrounding these symbols are the words, United States of America, at the top and 1 dime at the bottom, with E pluribus unum running across the center. The coin's diameter is 17.91 millimeters, its weight is 2.27 grams, and it's composed of a copper nickel clad, giving it durability and that signature shine. But its physical features are just the beginning. What truly sets the 1999 P Liberty 1 dime apart is rarity born of mystery. While millions of 1999 dimes were produced, a tiny number of them, possibly fewer than a dozen, have been discovered with unusual die errors, extreme sharpness in detail, or even rare planchet anomalies that were not caught during quality control. Some experts believe a special run of test coins were accidentally released into circulation. Others claim these coins were part of a top-secret minting experiment, involving new metal compositions, ultra-sharp dies, or even early digital engraving techniques. The truth? No one fully knows. And that's what gives the 1999 P Liberty 1 dime its mythical status among collectors. There are rumors of coins with doubled dies, ghost letters, or invisible mint errors that appear only under microscopic examination. In auctions, the rarest of these coins have fetched record-breaking sums, each time increasing the global fascination and financial hype around the 1999 P dime. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets truly mind-blowing. A normal 1999 P dime might be worth its face value, just 10 cents. But the rare 1999 P Liberty 1 dime, especially those with recognized mint errors or extraordinary preservation, has exploded in value. Over the past decade, this coin has been the subject of private auctions, mysterious high-end purchases, and deep-pocket collector wars. In 2025, Its current estimated market value is an unfathomable $744 million. Only a handful of these rare dimes exist, and collectors from across the globe, from Dubai to London to Tokyo to New York, are hunting for them like hidden treasure. The reason for the high valuation isn't just the rarity. It's the mystery, historical weight, and unconfirmed mint experiments surrounding it that boost its mythical status. Here's the twist. Despite its insane value, some of these rare dimes may still be out there in circulation. That means it's possible that this coin could be sitting in your pocket, your change jar, or inside your grandmother's coin purse right now. The Philadelphia Mint produced over a billion 1999 dimes, but collectors believe that only a few unique versions with the secret markings or mysterious qualities exist. These were likely mixed in with the general batch before anyone realized their significance, so the next time you get change, check your dimes. Examine every 1999 carefully. Look for unusual details. Use a magnifying glass. Because finding one of these rare versions could make you an instant multimillionaire. The 1999 Liberty 1 dime proves that history is hidden in plain sight. That something as tiny as a 10-cent coin can carry with it a value that defies logic, an aura that commands awe, and a backstory that rivals any Hollywood thriller. It's more than a coin. It's a symbol of mystery, history, and astronomical value, and it might be in your possession without you even knowing it. If you like this deep dive into one of the world's most valuable and mysterious coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another story from the world of numismatics. And tell us in the comments below. Have you ever checked your pocket change for hidden treasures? Could you be the next lucky owner of a $744 million dime? Today, you're about to witness one of the most fascinating stories in the entire world of numismatics. We're diving deep into the unbelievable tale of a coin that looks small but holds unimaginable value, the 2016 Liberty 1 dime from the United States of America. This is not just a piece of pocket change. This is a dime with a legacy, a dime with a mysterious story, and most shockingly of all, a dime whose market value has soared to a jaw-dropping $787 million. Yes, you heard that right. Not 700. Not 70. But $787 million. So grab your coin albums, get comfortable, and prepare to uncover every glittering detail about this historic dime that has stunned collectors, auctioneers, and historians around the globe. The year is 2016. The world was buzzing with politics, pop culture, and global change. But in the heart of Philadelphia, something small yet significant was quietly rolling off the presses. The Liberty 1 dime. Now, on the surface, it looked like every other Roosevelt dime minted since 1946. It was tiny, silver-colored, and bore the familiar image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. But the coin minted in Philadelphia in 2016, marked with the bold letter P, was far from ordinary, because this particular mintage came during a time of quiet revolution in coin manufacturing. The U.S. Mint was experimenting with advanced striking techniques, improved die alignment, and a few subtle design adjustments that only the keenest eyes could catch. Some of these 2016 dimes featured ultra-sharp details, and even microscopic doubling in the lettering, a result of precision errors that ironically increased the rarity and collector's value tenfold. The dime as a denomination was first authorized in the Coinage Act of 1792, and since then, it has evolved through many designs: draped bust, capped bust, seated liberty, barber, Mercury. And finally, the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt design was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. His face was chosen not just for his presidential stature but because of his role in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. The irony is beautiful. The coin named after the dime campaign now carries one of the most expensive versions in its lineage, the 2016 Liberty dime. On the front, the obverse, we have Roosevelt's profile, sharp, strong, dignified. Surrounding his portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty and God We Trust," the mint mark P for Philadelphia, and of course, the year 2016. But it's the reverse that tells another compelling story. There, we see a torch, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. The torch stands for liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak symbolizes strength and independence. Together, they form a powerful American message: peace, strength, and liberty, all compacted into a 10-cent piece. But what made the 2016 P version so valuable, though over 1.5 billion dimes were struck in Philadelphia that year? Only a tiny fraction came from an exclusive set of ultra-early die states, struck with unusual sharpness and a subtle anomaly near the "In God We Trust" lettering, possibly a doubled die or misalignment unnoticed during minting. Soon after release, sharp-eyed collectors began noticing these tiny anomalies. Word spread. Coin forums lit up. Major grading companies like PCGS and NGC received dozens, then hundreds of submissions. Most were normal, but a select few were classified as special strike varieties. The holy grail for coin collectors. One such dime, perfectly preserved in a mint state 70 full bands condition, was sold at a private auction for a staggering $7.2 million. But that sale was only the beginning. As interest snowballed and wealthy collectors chased the legend, the combined market value of these rare 2016 P dimes ballooned. Today, thanks to extreme rarity, pristine condition, and collector demand, the total estimated market value tied to these legendary dimes has reached an unbelievable $787 million. Let that sink in. Nearly $800 million tied to a 10-cent coin. Now you might be thinking, what if I have one of these in my pocket? And you know what, you just might believe it or not. Some of these high-value 2016 P dimes were released into general circulation, blending in like hidden treasure among billions of ordinary coins. There's the story of a school janitor in Ohio who found one in a vending machine, or the grandmother in Arkansas who noticed a faint doubling on her church offering. These aren't urban legends. These are real people who struck it rich from spare change. If you've got a 2016 dime with a P mark, take a closer look, especially at the words "In God We Trust" LIBRT and the torch's vertical lines. If the strike is incredibly sharp and there's any sign of doubling, you could be holding a small fortune beyond the monetary value. The 2016 P Liberty 1 dime tells a broader story. It's about the evolution of minting technology. It's about the passion of coin collectors who obsess over every tiny detail. It's about how everyday objects can carry hidden worth. And most importantly, it's about how something as small as a dime can become a legend. This coin has already become a central focus at coin expos, museums, and online auctions. Collectors compare its value to that of rare gold pieces and historical relics. Its rise in value has sparked debates among economists, historians, and hobbyists alike.